All right. Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh, everyone. I think I need to go ahead and pin this. Okay. So okay. That's distracting. I'm not sure what I want to do with that, but I'll leave for now. Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh, everyone. Welcome to this evening's information session for the Women's Wellness Retreat that is taking place in 2 days, inshallah. My name is Demi Fauzia. I go by Demi or Fauzia. And I am the founder and executive director of the AFIA Project. Thank you all so much for coming in. We are going to, first of all, just so you all know, we are recording this session. So if you're going to be on camera, which I really would love to see everyone's face, please just keep that in mind. That we're recording this meeting, and we will make it available to everyone, inshallah. We're going to post it on our website so you have access to that. All right. Quite a few people on already. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. So we'll get started first. We'll start with dua, inshallah. I'll just start with Surah Al-Fatiha. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي آمين. Once again, I am Demi Fauzia, founder and executive director of the AFIA Project, and we are going to just have a brief information session regarding the wellness retreat that's coming up this Thursday, inshallah. Feel free to ask questions as I go along. You don't have to wait until the very end. You can, just raise your hand or unmute yourself and kind of interrupt me briefly, and I will try to respond to your question. Make sense? Everyone good? All right. All righty. And I will go ahead and start sharing my. Can everyone see my presentation? Yes. All right. Like I said, we are the AFIA Project. Some of you may know us already, and some of you, we are new. If you're wondering where the name comes from, it's from the dua that the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam encouraged his uncle to make to Allah, which goes, Allahumma inni as'aluka al-afiyah. Oh Allah, I ask you for afiyah. Afiyah is one of those words that's really, really difficult to, translate in just with just one word in the English language, but really think of it as holistic wellness. To be in a good state of physical health is to be in a state of afia, to have food on your table, sustenance, roof over your head, mental wellness, financial wellness, to have enough money to see you through your day-to-day needs, is to be in a state of afia. So for me, this is a dua I make for our collective community, that Allah grants us that state of afia. All right. Next, I was going to play a video, but I'm really going to try to make this short. As I understand, this is National Night Out, Lights Out night or something like that. So folks might be out. So I'll make this really short, but Halima, if you can just share that link once again for the benefit of those who are just joining. There's a link that really introduces the AFIA project. So when you get a moment, please go ahead and play that and get a sense of, you get a better sense of what we do and how the wellness, health, how the Women's Wellness Retreat fits into our work. All right, so you've gotten to know us a little bit, and this is us now in terms of this is our logo for the Wellness Retreat. This is our 4th year doing the Wellness Retreat, mashallah. The very first year was in 2021. And it really is the brainchild of a dear friend of mine, Amira, who inshallah, I believe will be coming on as well. But really, she saw a need for us as Muslim women, Black Muslim women specifically, to start really taking our health and wellness more seriously and being active, in doing something about it. So you'll hear more about that at the retreat. So I'm going to go through some of the things that we are going to be prepping for. So like, as you know, we are 2 days away from the retreat. Inshallah, it's going to be on Thursday, August 8th. This is our this year's theme is Wal Asr. I'm sure you all are familiar with Surah Al-Asr in the Quran, where Allah swears by time. And for us, whenever Allah swears by anything, it shows the importance of that particular thing that he's swearing by. So time is definitely something of great importance. And our effort here is to tie the issue of time with our health and wellness. So that just keeping in mind that fleeting nature of time and how important that could affect us in terms of our health and wellness. So that's the theme we're going for this year. A little bit more about the retreat itself. It's a 4-day retreat from August 8th through the 11th, inshallah, Thursday through Sunday. The theme, as I mentioned, is Asr, it's time. Our wellness session. So the primary premise really of the retreat itself are these 4 wellness areas. These are the pillars, what we call pillars of our health and wellness at the AFIA project. So it's the financial, physical, social, emotional, and spiritual wellness. Those are the 4 key things that we will have our workshops on. And we have the various fun activities as well. You get to hear more about them: horseback riding, massage therapy. Oh, that should be paint and sip, not paint and sip. I'm going to correct that right now. I'm sorry, guys. It's paint and sip. All right. That was odd. Paint and sip, and also we have a tea party. And there are actually many more activities that you will get to hear about tonight. Before we go further, I really want to kind of pull back and explain or emphasize the difference between the packages that we have. So most of you all are the Gold package participants, which means you have all access to all retreat activities, so all the workshops, all the activities that we are engaged in. One thing to keep in mind, though, is that the fact that the horseback riding on Saturday is at an extra cost. I just have to make sure that I mention that, and it's $70 for each person. It's cash only. Also, the Gold Access gives you priority lodging. It means your priority when it comes time for you to book the lodging, and that is also at an extra cost. So we'll go through that as well. All right, the silver package are for those who only want to attend the workshop. So those 4 wellness workshops that I mentioned financial wellness, physical wellness, social emotional wellness, and spiritual wellness. They will have access to only those 4 workshops. They are one on day 1 and day 3, and we have 2 sessions on day 2. So Thursday, there's the physical wellness session. On Friday, we have the financial and spiritual wellness sessions. And on Saturday, we have the social emotional wellness session. Okay. And for those who opted for the bronze package, that's a day pass. So for whatever day it is you've purchased that package for, you have access to all those activities, workshops, and everything that we do on those days. So I think that's pretty clear. Again, just a reminder that on Saturday, the horseback riding is at an extra cost. All right, so this is what it looks like. Just a quick overview of that. So take a screenshot if you need to, just to kind of remind yourself of what those packages entail, okay? All right. Oh, the wellness area, the wellness workshops themselves. So we have 4 of them, as mentioned, and I'll just kind of go through each one very quickly. I won't get into too much detail. We'll have information about each session we actually already have it on our website, and more information about the facilitators. First, we have on day 1, we have the physical wellness, which will be run by Sister Majida, and she'll be talking about practical and pleasurable perimenopause and other areas, other things that have to do with a woman's hormone system and things like that. So even if you're in your 30s, you feel like you're far away from menopause or perimenopause, this is something we all should be keeping in mind. So it's going to be something valuable for every woman that attends. Next, we have Brotherhood of Amana Mutual Funds Trust, and he'll be talking to us about about how to grow your finances over time. So remember again that theme of time. and he's tying that to finances. Next, we have Sister Najwa Awad of Amana Family Counseling. She's a therapist at the center, and she'll be tying the issue of time, really going through the Tafsir of Surah Al-Asr and the Hadith of 5 before 5, if you're familiar with that. They're key Quranic and Hadith things that folks tied to the issue of time itself. So she'll be helping us to kind of tie that along with the issue of health and wellness. All right. Next, we have Dr. Farah Shakur Bridges. She will be talking about emotional intelligence and spiritual grounding for Muslim women. And our keynote speaker is going to be Dr. Sabrina Njai. She is, subhanAllah, she comes with so much experience, and I can't wait for you all to meet her. Again, we will highlight her on our website, so please take a look at that for more information. All right, activities. So these are additional activities outside of the wellness workshops that we have, and you will see them captured in different ways at the times and days that they're going to take place on the schedule that I will go through. But primarily just the highlight, one of the biggest highlight, the Rich African Auntie Dinner. We always have this Chef Marco come and cook for us. I mean, imagine, when's the last time you had a chef come to your home to cook for you? Well, we are going to treat you to some good cooking with Chef Marco. And the theme for that dinner is Rich African Auntie. So get your clothing ready, get all your gold, all the blings ready to come for a quick fashion show while we all enjoy dinner together. Then we'll have community service hour. We'll talk about Hajar's house. Sister Alima will tell us a little bit about that. And then we'll do more in-depth discussion at the retreat itself. We have massage sessions with Antoinette. We'll get to go to Juma together at DCA. If you're not familiar with DCA, it is the Diyanet Center of America, aka Turkish Masjid. Beautiful masjid. If you've never been there, you are in for a treat. Then we have belly dancing with Marie. This will be, again, the 4th time we're having her over. She is that good. We would have henna artist, Sister Samira of Body by Samira, and this is all natural henna, so no worries about that, about reactions and things like that. Inshallah, it'll be something that's natural and good for our skin. Then we'll do restorative yoga with Sister Bahia. Again, that's a horseback riding that we would have. It's about an hour long on a trail in Clinton, Maryland, so not too far from where we will be staying. Paint and sip session with Sister Deborah Najia. Then we have poolside hangout and poetry slam, if you will. And also we'll wrap up with a Sunday tea party. All right. So this is what the schedule looks like. You should have received this already in your email. It was sent as an attachment to you all. Again, feel free to take a screenshot of this so you have that with you. I will go through what we are going to be doing on each of the days. So on Thursday, we are asking you all to please, please, please arrive on time between 8 and 9 a.m. As you can see, we have something planned for pretty much every hour. So please be on time so we can get started on time. You will have breakfast served, inshallah, from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Then we have Sister Tracy Abdul Wahab with us, who will be doing the welcome introduction. Usually we'll have games and things like that. Getting to know each other is really what this is planned for. Then we'll transition to physical wellness. Oh, that went backwards. The physical wellness workshop with Sister Majida. And that's about 2 hours long. So she'll leave some time for us to have questions and answers. Salat al-Dhuhr will be after that. Then we will have light lunch. And I put an asterisk there because you really want to have light lunch, because remember, we're going to be having dinner, kind of heavy dinner with Chef Marco later that evening. So light lunch will be served. And then from the hours of 3 p.m. and 6 p.m., we will have the massage therapists begin to do massage sessions with the sisters. I believe we're getting, 20 to 30 minutes of massage therapy. Jamila, if you can remind me, for each sister.
I believe it's 30 minutes.
30 minutes, mashallah. So
30
you
minutes.
get 30 minutes and the different parts, and she'll give you more information about that. But she'll be set up and ready to go. So we would keep a list so you can sign up and, for sisters, we'll sign up so we know who's going next and not waste too much time in between. Then there'll be time for Salatul Asr. After that, we would then do our community service hour. Just hang on a moment, Halima. I'll give you a chance to talk about that. Next, after the community service hour, we would break and give folks time to get dressed for their themed dinner. Then we'll head on to. It's going to be right on campus on the Daynet Center campus. We're going to walk to the cafeteria area. It's about a 5-minute walk from the Turkish guest house that we will be lodging at. And there we will be seated, we'll be served our dinner, and we will also have our keynote speaker, Dr. Sabrina Njai, talk to us. I won't say too much about that, except to say, make sure that you're looking great and fanciful in your attire. So next, I'm going to have Halima, if you can just tell us a little bit about Hajja's Hope Women's Center. And I do have a QR code on the next slide for the baby registry that you're going to talk about.
Thank you so much, Dr. Demi. Assalamu alaikum to all the sisters who are joining us this evening. Again, my name is Halima. Just a little bit about Hajja's Hope. It is a transitional women's center. It is located in Maryland, but there are comparable locations throughout the country. It is sponsored by ICNA. So on a larger scale, this organization does have the support of the Ummah, and they have a pretty robust process for finding sisters and their children who are in need of this type of support. The support is considered transitional because there is a specific threshold for the amount of time that they can stay there. And the types of resources that are provided are, of course, real-time needs for food, shelter, clothing, but also a sense of sisterhood, job training or skill enhancement, assistance with finding their next home, assistance with finding a community that will continue to support them once they leave Hajja's Hope Center there. So we are in the beginning phases of establishing our ongoing relationship with this women's center. And we did have an opportunity to spend some time there most recently, and we'll share a bit more about that at the retreat. One of the near-term needs is one of the sisters is expecting, she's actually due any day now, Alhamdulillah. And so this retreat is timely in that we are hoping that we can provide um, all the things that she might need to be prepared from this point forward for her new baby. She does have a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old as well, who also are in need. She just um, started her transition time, so she doesn't have a lot of time there in that space. So we have to be mindful of things like that. She with our encouragement and the encouragement of the manager there, I did create an Amazon baby registry. Please take a moment to scan that. We will again scan it at the retreat. The way that it's set up is that these items can be delivered directly to the home, which at this point would be most helpful because this is her third child. We don't know how her labor and delivery will go, but we're expecting it to be quick. And she doesn't have anything in place. She has not had any prenatal care because of her circumstances. So it would be most helpful if we're able to give her some of the gender neutral basic needs and items that she's noted there in the baby registry. Alhamdulillah.
Thank you so much for that, Halima. I appreciate it. So again, the QR code, we will post it between, inshallah, between today and tomorrow. We'll have it posted on the our website. So you can always go back to that. And it'll be available also at the retreat, inshallah. So next Friday, so I'm going to backtrack a little bit. There's some things that I said, I already mentioned the horseback riding, things that will be an additional out-of-pocket cost. And I'll make mention of the one that I have missed already is the massage therapy. Now, we are not asking y'all to cover the full cost of the massage therapy. It'll just be see more as a donation, because at the end of the day, this is a non-profit organization. So we do these retreats and things like that to raise money for other aspects of our programming. We have out of school clubs, we have other community-based health and wellness activities that we have going on. So the massage itself, the massage therapist will have her prices listed. I believe it's between, I can't recall actually, Jamil, do you remember the cost? Because you can add different body parts and different types of massage that you want. But we'll keep you posted. And it will be at a discounted rate. So we'll work this out some more in terms of we'll let you know before you start the massage anyway, exactly how much that would be. All right, so Friday, transitioning to next day. Another thing I forgot to mention on, no, actually, no, this is the time to mention it. Even though it says our activity, which is breakfast, starts at 9 a.m., it actually starts at before Fajr. So inshallah, we are going to aim to make it to Fajr for Salatul Fajr at the masjid. It would be, it would be great for us to take that the advantage of being right next to the masjid, and make use of that, especially in the morning for the morning prayer. So we will have a sign-up sheet, not sign up, but just put your names down so that we know who to knock on their door to wake them up for Fajr. And what we've done in the past is just wake up and walk together to the masjid for Fajr. And then you can always go back to sleep and or stay up and do whatever it is you would like to do, your morning routine, so to speak. And then we start the day on Friday with breakfast at 9 a.m. I would like to implore you all to please come downstairs for breakfast after having done, having taken a shower, morning hygiene and everything, because things will go pretty fast from there. We will begin the workshop with financial wellness with Brotherhood of Amana mutual funds. Then we'll have an hour in between to get ready for Jumu'ah. Again, we'll walk together to Jumu'ah, right? And Jumu'ah is technically 1:20. That's when it technically starts this time of the year. For lunch, you are kind of doing lunch on your own. It's also a way for us to help the Unit Center advertise their cafe. They have a wonderful restaurant there, DCA Cafe. It's always best, you can always order your lunch ahead of time so you don't have to stand in the long line. So we'll have that link or information available for you. You can always order on your phone and just pick up your lunch. And then spend some time on the campus as well. It's a beautiful spot, like I said. And then head on over to the house in time for us to start our spiritual wellness session with Sister Najwa Awad of Amana Counseling. Very different from Amana Mutual Fund, by the way. Then afterwards, there'll be time for Salatul Asr. Then we have belly dancing with Marie of Rules. We will just come ready to loosen up. That's all I can say about that. It's always, you wouldn't think it would be too much because all you're doing is dancing, but she works our core, which is something that we as women really need to work on. So it's great exercise. Then it will be Maghrib time and dinner time. We do have a 2-hour slot set aside for henna. The henna artist will be there with us from 8 to 10. And the henna will actually be covered, but it's going to be very basic designs. Pardon me. It's going to be very basic designs, rather. If you want to do something more intricate, it will be at an extra cost, and you will speak with the henna artist at that time. But please just be mindful that we want to make sure that all the sisters get a chance to get their henna done. in that time period. At 9 p.m., from 9 to 10 p.m., we have Sister Bahia do restorative yoga with us. So bring your yoga mats. And really, I love her restorative yoga classes because it really helps you transition easily into bedtime. So sometimes we're knocked out, so knocked out we'll fall asleep during her sessions. All right. Next, we have Saturday. All right, so Saturday morning is going to be a quick get up and get out kind of thing. We want to make sure that we are the very first individuals at the horse back riding spot. We want to get out the house no later than 9 a.m. We're going to carpool, inshallah, to get to Clinton. It's about, I think it's about 40 minutes away from Lanham, which is where the Turkish guest house is going to be. Um, again, it's $70 cash. Please, he does not do Zelle. He does not do PayPal. He doesn't do any of those. He wants cash. So make sure you have your cash with you. It's a wonderful property. It's about 200 plus acres. They have over almost 200, no, just over 100 horses there. It's actually also a farm. It's beautiful. And the horseback riding will be going through, excuse me, we'll be going through on the trail, rather. We'll be going on the trail, lots of shade there, but depending on how hot it is, you're going to be hot. So be ready for all of this. Be ready to be hot, be ready to be around animals. They have dogs on the property. I'm usually typically very afraid of dogs, but they are harmless. They don't do anything to you. Just walk on by and they won't bother you, inshallah. I just want you all to be prepared for that. After the horseback riding, we're going to return back to the guest house. We are actually going to transition to a private residence for the rest of the day, but we will first go back to the guest house so you all can get freshened up and things like that, because we'll just have been on the animal, and also we might be sweaty and stuff like that. So we go back to the guest house, transition carpool again to the private residence, which will be in Upper Marlboro. It's about a 20-minute drive, where we would have lunch, pray Salat al-Dhuhr, and then have Sister Farah's social emotional wellness workshop. Again, the massage therapist will be back with us because she definitely will not be able to service all the ladies on that first day. So she's coming back on that Saturday to do more massage therapy sessions for those who have not gotten a chance to do it. And again, this is for those who are gold package ladies, or those who may have purchased that day pass for Saturday. They get to have the massage therapy. And then Salat al-Asr will come after that. And sorry, the massage therapy, again, we're asking for, it'll be at a minimal cost. We'll let you know exactly how much that is. Then Salat al-Asr, then we'll have a paint and sip afterwards. It's about 2 hours long. It does take that long, and it's always fun. Mashallah, I really look forward to that with Sister Deborah Najia. Then we'll have we'll pray Salat al-Maghrib and have dinner. Then we have the optional poolside hangout. And we put that kind of like late night because it's really hot during the daytime. Some folks don't want to be out there, and it's kind of where it fits for now. The pool will be kind of warm, so expect it to be comfortable. Okay. Any questions so far? No? All right.
I did have the one question.
Okay, go ahead.
Can there be one gluten-free option at breakfast?
I will keep that in mind. Thank you very much. And I'll probably touch base with you personally, Sister Nasima.
Okay.
Let me write that down. Gluten-free option. Yeah. For one of the breakfast days, I know we're ordering like IHOP, like hot meal. Another time I think it's Panera, but I definitely will keep in mind the gluten-free option, inshallah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for that reminder. Anything else? So, and speaking of which, if you have like an allergy, please let us know. Send me a person. You have my phone number, the 240 number, or the 860 number. Please, if you're doing the 240 number, please do it on WhatsApp. Send me details about any kind of allergies you have, so we keep that in mind, especially for the dinner with Chef Marco on day one, okay? All right. Any other questions before we move forward? All right. So Sunday, we're asking for you all to please wake up on time, pack up your luggage, don't leave anything behind. We always have ladies leaving stuff behind, but we're going to make an effort not to do that this year. Room checkout is officially at 9 a.m. And then we come downstairs and have tea time with each other. So as you can see, there's really it's supposed to be a very relaxing day. And this is based on some of the feedback that we've heard from sisters in the past years, that day 4 should just really be relaxing. We're saying our goodbyes. For some of us, we're just meeting new sisters. For some, they're getting reacquainted with a sister they've, not seen in ages. Or for some, they're friends, but they don't necessarily get together all the time. So we just want to spend that time relaxing with each other. Sister Tracy will be back with us once again. She will be leading the session on day 1. She'll be back with us once again to kind of facilitate this with us. We will also have young ladies from who have a tea company called Rain Tea House. They'll be joining us doing a presentation about their tea, telling us what options they have. They have tea and honey from the Gambia. So it's really lovely. They get to serve us tea. And then after that, we'll have our session with Sister Tracy, just kind of like talking about how the retreat has been for everyone, what we've benefited from it and things like that. We'll have some grab and go lunch, and then we'll say our goodbyes. Salat al-Dhuhr, if it's in by that time, if we're still kind of hanging around, because technically the retreat is over at 1 p.m., but we're leaving it open until 2 p.m. at least to be able to say goodbyes. And that's it in terms of the activities that we're going to be engaging in. Now I have pictures to share with you of what the retreat site would look like. So this is the living room of the guest house. I'm not sure if you all are familiar with the Turkish guest house. They're right on the side of the masjid itself. So we would have access to 2 of these guest houses because we've expanded. So we have more ladies staying on campus. As far as my last count, we've had about 23 ladies registered, and about 17 or so, I don't have an accurate number because it's still pouring in. About 17 will be have gold packages, and a good chunk of those individuals will be staying in the houses. So if you want lodging, you need to take care of that right away because we are selling out of those. So anyway, we'll have access to 2 of these lovely Turkish style housing on 97th Street or so. I think I have the address there somewhere. All right. So in terms of cost, it's also on the registration page. So if you want to look at that, the quartet, and we have not even changed the pricing from last year. So these are still the same from the previous time we did this at the Turkish houses. So these are still the same pricing that we have. If you want to purchase lodging, it's only one person that gets to do that, and then you find your roommates. We can try to help you find roommates, but one person is responsible for making that payment, and then ensuring that they have, if you do a quartet, you ensure that you have 3 other ladies in the room with you. If you do a trio, 2 other ladies with you. This way, we're trying to encourage sisters to take the initiative to get to know other sisters themselves, or if you have someone in mind already, talk to them and decide who's going to purchase the lodging space, and then you all work out the price and the cost with each other. All right, so this is what a quartet would look like in one of the rooms. This is what a trio would look like, a double and a single. And I believe we've sold out of the single as well as the quartet rooms. So we only have doubles and maybe 1 or 2 more trio available. All right. So with that, are there any questions that any folks have? I can go ahead and take those questions. We'll try to answer them. And I just wanted to leave you all with this wonderful pictures of the ladies from last year, mashallah. This is, again, not every single one of the ladies that is in this picture because we have some missing, but this is what we look like. I think we had about 21 ladies participate last year. And mashallah, just looking forward to what this year has in store for us. All right. So I'm going to stop sharing and we can take questions that any of you may have. Any questions?
There was one in the chat
Yeah,
from
there's
Mr.
one in the
Oh,
chat.
Strouding.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. I need to
Mhm.
look at that. Oh boy, my computer looks small. Okay, Amina says, I know I asked you directly, but also for the benefit of others, if you have to step out to take a work call, would there be a space to be? Yes. Will there be space for you to be able to do that? Yes. It seems like every year we have a sister, not just one sister, but we have a couple of sisters who have to step aside to make phone calls, work related things, or do something on the computer. And we typically will have space set aside for that. So yes, thanks for reminding me about that, Amina. Any other questions? All right. Thank you. I'm super excited, but I missed the part about horseback riding. Is everyone required to pay regardless of package type? No, you're not required to pay. The horseback riding is, if you would like to go horseback riding with us, we're just letting you know it's $70 an additional cost. And even if you don't plan to ride the horses, you can stay, you can hang out in the house. And with other sisters. I'm not sure if every single person so far, no one has told me that they're not going to do it, but there might be a few sisters who decide to stay back in the house and just kind of lounge. And a lot of this, sorry, one thing, this is kind of like a side note. One thing we were intentional about for this year was not having a jam-packed activity. Some of the feedback we got from previous years is that we had too many activities going on. There were great activities, but it's a retreat. The sisters wanted time, a lot of downtime to just kind of like chill, relax, sleep a little bit, take a nap, catch up with life, kind of catch up with friends. So we have some of the sessions that are, especially those that are optional or where we're not doing something all at the same time. It's really downtime for us to just kind of chill and retreat. And yeah, let me see if there's any other questions. All right. Any other questions, ladies?
To follow up on the horseback, can someone go to the farm at Clinton and not do horseback riding, but hang out there?
Well, I would share this with you. I've been there. It's an hour long, the horseback riding session itself. And I think you'll just be around horses and dogs. So I don't know if I don't think it'll be fun for you, to be quite frank. It's not like a petting zoo or anything like that. They actually don't want you feeding the horses. They don't want you doing much with the horses. Um, so I don't think it'll be fun for you if you hang out around the horses. You'll probably end up just sitting in your car or something. And with the way the temperature has been set up lately, I don't want anyone getting, a heat stroke or any sorts. So just wanted to make sure I let you all know that ahead of time. Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, please.
Actually, that reminds me of a follow-up question about parking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if someone has to bring their car,
Mm-hmm.
would it be
Yeah.
okay to be parked there?
Yes. You mean at the Turkish guest house?
Yes.
Yes, parking is fine on the side street. Thank you. And I'm taking notes. I would put this together as an FAQ and share it with everyone else. So
I
parking,
actually have one more question myself about that.
mhm,
The campus has underground parking. Would that,
yeah.
let's say you don't want, you just want to have your car nearby, but you don't necessarily want to be in the street. Will they allow us to do that overnight?
Yes, and I meet with Brother Fuzzley tomorrow. I will clarify that. So far it's not been a problem. Whenever you're making use of the lodging at DNet Center, they're fine with you parking underground. What I would caution the ladies about is the fact that the underground parking is not very close to the Turkish guest house itself. It's going to be a little bit of a walk, which is not bad, but it's just something to keep in mind, especially if you're thinking about late night parking and things like that. But yes, you can definitely park underground, excuse me, on the property. No more questions? All right, well, you all will have this to refer back to, and I look forward to seeing everyone on Thursday, inshallah. If anything comes up for you, please refer back to the email. Everyone who registered has gotten an email with my phone number, my contact information. Feel free to send me a message. Text on WhatsApp is the best way to reach me. So please make use of that. If it's an absolute emergency, sure, you can give me a call. I'm typically responsive to my phone, but I know that things are going to get very, very, very busy. So I can't promise, but I'll do my best. We're asking everyone to please not share the address to the guest house itself. This is for safety reasons. Security reasons, and also we don't want anyone's husband or kids or anyone coming to look for them. We are going to be quite strict about allowing men in, the only exception being Brother Hood, who was doing a presentation. And then,
Chef
of course, the
Marco.
chef. Yeah, of course, Chef Marco, who will be cooking for us. And sorry, I think I mentioned this, but the dinner itself will be at the cafeteria on the DNet Center campus, and we'll walk together. So it's not too, you won't have to try to figure that out by yourself. So those are the only two males, the two men that will be there. But other than that, if your husband's dropping you off, your son, your friend, your whomever, that's a male, they're not allowed to come inside the house. We want to make sure that every woman who is attending feels comfortable, and that we don't have anyone just kind of walking through. Okay. Looking forward to it as well. Can't wait to meet everyone. Jazakallah khair. Wa yakum, wa yakum. All right. So for those who missed it, okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the link that Halima shared is actually just an intro to the Afia project. Again, this is being recorded and we will share the link to the YouTube. It will be put on YouTube. We'll share that link on the group chat as well. All right. So if there's nothing else to talk about, we'll end it here. Thank you all so much for attending. I look forward to seeing you all on Thursday, inshallah. I pray you all have a safe trip down to this end of this side of the of Maryland. And with that, Bismillah, wal asr, innal insana lafi al-khusr, illa alladhina amanu wa aminu as-saliyat, wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr. Allahumma inni as'aluka al-afiyah. Pray that Allah grants us all afiyah. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.